Boy, it's amazing what can bring a little tear to one's eye. I was just messing around tonight and I decided to go see if I could find the Devil's Toilet Bowl in Cuba, where we used to hang out when I was in the military and was stationed in Guantanamo for 30 days while the carrier did carrier quals off the coast. Here's Guantanamo Bay, the military base on Naval Base, Guantanamo Bay. This is Guantanamo Bay. I was on this side. So the Devil's Toilet Bowl was on this side of the runway. I don't know if they've extended the runway, widened the runway, or what, but I can't find it. I can find some depressions here that would be the same, where the surf against this cliff, it's hard to show this cliff if you can't view this in 3D. You can kind of see the cliff goes right through here, and you can see the shadow of the cliff out here, so it's hard to see. This is 200 feet down or so. And what happens is, as the surf erodes back underneath here in tunnels, then the ground gives away and creates a sinkhole, and frequently the surf will come all the way through the tunnel and up into the hole. And the Devil's Toilet Bowl was really huge, and I just don't see it anymore. I do not remember the cliffs being this close to the runway, or a road actually being there. I just walked across the runway. I don't think this is the Devil's Toilet Bowl. It was kind of cool. So I was looking around. Some may have heard the story about the sailor getting caught in the minefield in the mud flats and had to be taken off kind of roughly. They had to lower a harness down from a helicopter, and he put it on because he could have been standing on a landmine. And then the copter got right down near the ground and just took off as hard as it could straight up and jerked him off the ground. Looked like it hurt. Luckily he wasn't standing on one. This is the mud flats right in here I was talking about. And it also looks like there's been some erosion, and where this actually technically happened was in this area right here, but it looks like that's eroded and become flooded, and all this up here is now where the mud flats are. I also have told the story of the Marines who rented a boat from Special Services and went up this creek, went under the barrier right here without realizing it, and got up in here and started tripping trip flares, and their bullet riddled bodies floated out later down into here when we found them. Also seems a little depressing that the barracks and stuff where I used to stay have been converted into the prisoner of war camp right here. All of this out in here is minefields all the way to the top of the mountain. Every bit external to these roads is minefields. World's largest active minefield still. One thing that was a little cool was as we came out of the barracks that used to be here, we walked a path, there wasn't a road. The old swimming hole is still there. I don't know what these buildings are, and now there's a road for turning around there, and the rock pile is gone from this area that we used to run across when we messed with old Granddad, a big old monitor lizard in this area. Grabbed him by the tail while he was sunning and tried to make it back over the big boulders before he bit us. as I told Meanie, this area of swimming area right here with the dock was dug out by the sea bees, and all the rocks were placed around it to be a shark barrier. That all still seems to be there. But other than that, looks like it's changed quite a bit. And then I went and zoomed in on the runway where our planes used to sit, and I'll be darned. There sits an E-2 with its wings unfolded, and one sitting next to it with its wings folded. That sure brought back memories.